Welcome to my special place. Since I check it down in 80 grand in 10 minutes, it goes on 10 minutes, I've become something very important. Because everything I say is fucking important. If you have comments, questions, or insults, or roast fest, or suggestions, you put it down below. It will be monitored, screened, and approved. And of course, the way above any of your time, okay, Bible time, because I told you before, I'm unique and eccentric, and of course, I'm more special than you. And of course, a lot of people get offended by that because they think I'm arrogant or prideful, which I have no pride at all. But of course, everything is a mask. Everything is an illusion, because we live in the Matrix. And of course, Keanu Reeves and Jim Carrey are aware of the situations of what's going on now. So now they are not interested into having a character with themselves, but I would have a character with myself, okay? Because I'm aware as well, okay? Sometimes some people grow up and they become aware and become just like the Indigo children to a degree. And because they were ignorant when they were younger, okay? But me, I became an Indigo child when I was 7. Okay. Okay, a minute has passed, okay? Now, okay. This video is going to be about Ghana president, okay? Because as I told you, I can talk about multiple subjects on multiple grounds and everything else, okay? Okay, multiple grounds and everything else, okay? Keep it simple, keep it short, keep it sweet, like Gandalf. And Ghana, okay? President, okay, spoke very fluently. I'll put down the link below so you can see the video yourself, because I look at the video, you watch the video, very monotone, very intelligently, articulately put together. Not that articulate, but very simple, okay, you understand. But his message was clear. He's tired of Africa, okay, maybe the whole Africa, he didn't say specifically, okay, of Africa being so poor, since of course Africa is basically the main grounds for resources for the world, losing over 50 billion every fucking year, okay, because of his own people, or Ghana people, or Nigerian people, or Ethiopian. It really doesn't matter. Just understand the logic behind that. Okay, the speech was okay, but you have to understand that, you know, the whites have conquered 70% of the world's population, correct? Okay, you know, imperialism, you know, force, law by force, okay, the imperial law, okay, you know, and I think that's a good thing. I think that the imperial power strategized enough to think about it enough to conquer lands in order to have a land of diversity, a whole world of diversity. They're truthfully, that's probably that's the whole main purpose. Or probably of what the white man's wanting to think about, how they want to intermerge. They're a dying race, because white people are dying, okay? But of course, as you already should know, statistics, that black people multiply much faster than whites, okay? Because of beauty. And I already told you the reasons why there's so much hatred for blacks, okay? You know what I'm saying? And also so much hatred from all sorts of sides surrounding blacks, okay? All sorts of colors and stuff like that. I don't think the Indian man really hates the black man that much, but then they can be. I've seen a couple Indian racism, West and also Eastern, okay? But a long story short, okay, if the black man's surrounded because of their beauty, okay, and their talents and stuff like that, you know, every race have their own talents. And his speech was based upon, it was like what message is he giving? What is the purpose of telling the white people? Are you talking to white people, or are you talking to white people? Because I'm pretty sure there's already a systematic structure already in place for Africa, right? Okay, and since he knows English, and as I said this before, English is the ultimate universal language that should be for the planet Earth, because everyone must know. And you get on the plane, it's like English is number 1, or Chinese is number 2, okay? You know, I'm confused about that, what the message was, okay? Are you telling the white man that it will be enforced because we got nuclear weapons? Because Africa can't do shit, okay? Just as Ethiopians, who are controlled by the slaves, puppet race, tiger forces, okay, you know, they control Ethiopia and the Republic state, okay, you know, they're constantly poor, and they don't have the knowledge to keep up a 3G, you know, they have 2G over there, okay. But of course, I digress here, I'm just trying to see what is the message geared towards. What is he trying to say? He's telling white people. The key word is he telling white people we are going to come out of the rut? Are we going to give the people their money and their share when they don't want to learn? Because it's all about genetics, babies. It's all about genetics. In Africa, in Ethiopia alone, there's probably like 86 million or some people there living there, okay? And most of them don't even know English, okay? So it's like, how do you educate a race full of people who don't want to learn? You have to enforce it. Kenshin Himura said it best on Samurai X in the Rurouni Kenshin series. He says you have to enforce it, okay? Right? And you sure already know that the white man is in power that much. They have that structure in place, so they have to fight amongst themselves before they can actually create the puppets so they can control Ethiopia, okay? But then you got to take that from those presidents, okay? Those half-breed presidents who are not truly African, by the way, okay? And basically, a darker person is, the more likely he's African, okay? The more their features are, the more likely African. The darker. I'm talking about the skin color. I'm not talking about... See, me, I'm not truly African, okay? Because I'm not trying to be a pan-African, but I'm pretty damn sure that everyone is not 100% of anything anymore. Right? Okay. So, the message is that, why did he make the video? Is he going to bomb the European empires? Is he going to go to bloody fucking England with the Queen Elizabeth and start bombing her? Okay, where are you going to get the money from? He could be assassinated for that speech, okay? What is he trying to prove? I don't understand that, okay? As you already should know, by far, 70% of the white imperialist powers, it doesn't matter how you split it up, okay? The white imperialist powers have conquered the whole entire globe. So, maybe he's asking for a handout. He says, hey, please, we need to feed our people. But I don't think they want to learn either. I think it's a genetic thing, okay? Well, you got, as I said before, there's a group of individuals who want to learn English. To simplify it, okay? There's a group of individuals who want to learn English. I have, as a matter of fact, this is beside the point here. I have Ethiopian friends who speak fluent English because their families could afford for them to go to school. Okay? My wife says that they teach English in schools, but it's not as... She learned it better because she has family members who actually taught her. So she was personally trained by a professor in her school. So I'm kind of confused what the message was about, but you can watch the video if you want. But there's no way in possible hell that the white man's going to give up any kind of thing. They're just going to probably increase their rates a little bit. In Ethiopia, they only get paid $500 every fucking month. Okay? 500 birr every month. The $1 is worth 22 birr, right? And you do the math from there. That's how much they make every month. I see Ethiopians get up all the time at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, driving for 3, 4, 5 miles to do some work in the ground and shit like that for the Westerners. Or even any else of the Chinese too, because I saw Chinese over there. They don't give a fuck about niggas. And even in their country, they ain't gonna portray no nigga on no fucking... They gonna plaster his fucking face. They don't have no Blasian babies over there. They don't want that shit. They're racist as just as much as white crackers are. Okay, but this is the facts, okay? Everybody knows about this, it's imperial. They want the knowledge, but they really don't want the knowledge. So how are you gonna implement that, okay? How are you gonna implement and help these people without taking advantage of them? That's the white power structure. That's exactly what they want to do, okay? I told you I don't take sides. I'm just trying to say that's just facts and basics. So this president, Ghana president, is basically so here and say we must stop this. Well, we must have a wealthy continent of Africans. I'm like, I saw Chinese over there speaking English. That's the fundamental basis. And me, on the other hand, I try my best not to speak English too fluently because I don't want to seem like an Oreo, okay? But I am an Oreo, but I can't help it because I'm more particularly special than the rest of the Negroes out there, okay? So, what is he saying? What is this Ghana president saying? He ain't saying nothing. As a matter of fact, I saw a couple other videos where he's a white man looking at him like, okay, yes, we're gonna give you another handout and see what happens to your society, okay? How is the power structure? Because those crackers ain't helping. They don't want to help the power structures. That's a part of their fucking plan, motherfucker. And as I said before, I'm not taking the sides. I'm not saying I'm a nigga or a coon or some shit like that. I'm just trying to say that's a part of the strategy. To let them niggas do it on their own and see if they can make it on their own. But people miss out on a lot of information, though, because the white men have help. They have their help, okay, like the alien Greys as the master-slave races, okay? But nobody want to talk about the alien Greys, so that's another subject for you to study on your own, the alien Greys. They're not as quirky as humans at all. Okay? They're way more quirkier. And they also use partial telepathy. Okay? But you don't know about that shit. Okay, I'm gonna go 10 minutes with this. Okay, what else does this say about the Ghana president? Who is he talking to? Okay, when I was over there, I tried to educate some Negroes over there. I call them Negroes, even though they're Africans. You can make up whatever name you want. It's just a name tag. Okay, if you don't want to be called Africans or Negro, then the word Negro is black, right, in Spanish. Okay, so you don't want to learn English, you just stay in your country. You eat your sewers. Okay, you have holes in the ground. That's Ethiopia. But what I'm saying is that there's other countries, which is like states in America, who are basically like holes in the ground, and they don't have Kentucky Fried Chickens or McDonald's. Okay, so what are they saying? They want the white man's assistance? What are they saying? What is he saying? That's what I'm confused about. It sounds like his voice is echoing like he's gonna do something like Iran. Okay, Iran is gonna bomb America, but America is the number one terrorist in the world. Okay. But it's the most greatest country in the world. So how is that paradox working? How is that working? It's working for us because I live in America, motherfucker. Okay. It's the greatest country in the world, goddammit. I can't say nothing bad about America. It has its bad history, and it has its positive history. So, who is he talking to? Is he talking to America? He said a U.S. $1 billion. So he knows that the U.S. dollar is more important than every other fucking currency in the world. He knows this. I'm a patriot. But am I a patriot? Yes, I am. Okay. I can go to Canada. I don't want to go to Canada. It's too fucking cold. It feels like fucking 5 months over in America and it's cold. It's freezing. I think it's best to stay in Ethiopia because they have an advantage of being warm over there as they're homeless. I don't understand the logic in who he's talking to. Okay, so I'm making it over 10 minutes because somebody give me the answer. Who is he talking to? Is he talking to the Republican? The Republican has the most money, okay, over Democrats. Right, my love? Republicans have more money than Democrats. So he's talking to Republicans. So they want to isolate the country. Now you have Johannesburg, south of Africa. Okay, you see they only have a square mile of fucking peace and organization, right? And I'm planning on going to Africa. I know it's a high crime area, just like Nigeria and certain other many parts. But of course, America has caused that to happen because that's what most of the high capitalist powered imperialists are here, and also in England and fucking England. England and America, okay? I think we're owned by fucking bloody fucking England, okay? Or the Vatican, okay? Yeah, we go to Italy and shit, okay? And that's where all the money is. That shit is, they have a tomb of fucking knowledge down in those catacombs up there. Nobody can touch them and shit, because they probably the mafia. You don't want to go against the upside down cross, the fish heads. You don't want to do that, motherfucker. Okay, but what I'm just trying to say, what is his voice echoing to? What does he want? Okay, because I'm telling you, I believe in my assessment for just living in Ethiopia, most of them motherfuckers are just like niggas in fucking in America. If you tell them something, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. And when I talk to them, I'm like, they don't want to hear me. Okay, they don't want to hear me, and I'm American, and I'm speaking fluent English. Most likely fluent English compared to them, okay? I don't speak broken English, but it's kind of like broken English. But it's still more understandable than their language. But of course, in America, at least I'm still understood by the elite, okay? So I fit somewhere in the gray area. So when I try to keep it down, my ebonics down and my terminologies down, like the word computer, they don't have that in their language. They don't have technology in their language in Ethiopia. And it's probably like that all across the world in some way or fashion. But I'm still confused of who he was talking to. But you watch his videos and you watch the background carefully. Don't listen to his words. Look at the background. Is he a republic? Is he from Russia? Is he from China? Okay, right, motherfucker? So who is he talking to? The only way Africa can actually be assessed and completely dissected is called eradication, okay? Just like if they wanted to eradicate it, they can eradicate you with nuclear bombs, okay? That's the white man's power, okay? They ain't used it. They realized that they killed Japanese. That's the testament. That's the testament of the white power structure. Germans are part of the white structure. So they stole the Germans after they lost the war with America and Russia. And they stole Hitler's still probably living in America somewhere. And they gave the technology to there's different types of whites, okay, but it's still the same power structure. Okay, they don't like, even Gandhi said you don't like niggas to a degree, so they dropped 2 Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 3rd and fucking 6th, Okay, 6 or 9. Okay, 1945. Okay, and then that's a testament of the white power structure. Okay, right there. Okay, there's going to be no more atomic bombs dropped anywhere and now. Okay, because of that testament. So my question is, okay, since the Chinese understand, the Japanese understand, okay, and the Russians understand, okay, and England is part of America, okay. I think we're all slaves from fucking bloody England, okay. But that's just my research and my algorithms. But I don't know what the fuck to think anymore now. But who is he talking to? Okay, so the only way to fix Africa is to pretty much to exterminate, and that's what he's trying to say. They're gonna be exterminated. The white man would send some fucking goons over there, just CIA, and start wars and pandemonium and shit. And what is he gonna do about it? He's a talking puppet. Okay, and he's gonna cause us trouble. He's trying to cause the country to get in turmoil so he can have bombs dropped for some sort of reason. So, and this is how America starts wars. America starts wars by having some sort of attack in America, and then they'll have an excuse like Bush, okay, to attack another country. Okay, that's the strategy of America. They cause wars in your country through the CIA undercover, and everybody knows about this in America. Okay, so they cause the pandemonium. They cause the propaganda. Okay, dogma. Okay, people believe in God, so you turn God around, you get dog, and then you get dogma. Okay, see the logic behind that. Okay, so people still believe in the paganism. Even paganism has the word God in it if you word it a certain way, and then that's how they get you. The white men ain't stupid. They already thought for over hundreds of years and living in the mountains and the caves because they was biogenetically created, okay? Anunnaki and Egyptian gods, okay? So I don't understand who is he talking to. I think assessment means to just settle for what you have now and just let them take all of the resources, okay? But anyway, I want to go back to Africa, if my wife mess up. So I just try to help Africa the best way I can through proper English and etiquette, okay? But I'm just a Negro who don't know what the fuck he's talking about, okay? But peace and love to you, brothers, sisters, and light and dark. Welcome to my page. I just talk about him because I just felt it was pretty interesting to talk about. I didn't know who he's talking to. Is he talking to African Americans? Okay, because African Americans have their own trillions of dollars. They're not in debt, okay? Though some of the celebrities are basically tried to escape the IRS and they got in trouble, like Wesley Snipes, okay? You can't escape the IRS, okay? Maybe he's talking to Chinese, okay? Maybe the Chinese might be a little bit more lenient on them while they're still and pillage the country and suck all over its life and shit, So I don't know who he's talking to. Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters. I'm light and dark. Welcome to my page. You have a nice fucking day. If you have any comments, questions, or anything, you put it down below. It is over 10 minutes, and of course, I'm gonna go sleep. I'm gonna have some nice sex because I think my woman is healing, and I'm getting horny, and I don't like masturbating all the time. Okay, and there be blood and stuff like cats and shit. Like dogs be bleeding sometimes when they ain't period and stuff. I don't like blood. Only virgin blood is different. Okay. Virgin blood is the best. Okay? But other than that, you have a nice day, and you have a nice fucking day. Okay, and think about what that man said. Will there be wars? Will there be turmoil in the continents of Africa? Because there's many continents. I mean, many states that looks like that there are countries. Many states like in America, but each state is a fucking country. Okay, in Africa. And I lived in Ethiopia, and I talked to people when I said English is ultimately number one. You have to study it, okay? And they feel they didn't have to study it, so who's gonna die? I don't know, okay? Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters. Light and dark. This is like 19 minutes now, and I'm glad you're here to understand my logic here. And I am kind of like a sadist, okay, to a degree, but it's exciting because that's what this world is about, okay? Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters. Light and dark. Welcome to my page. You have a nice fucking day, okay? Have a nice fucking day. Got it? Cut. Stop.